Do you ever feel that little nagging worry about your health? That little voice that wonders if everything is really okay? Especially when it comes to something as quiet but important as your blood pressure. It's a common feeling, isn't it? One minute you're feeling perfectly fine, enjoying your day, maybe playing with the grandkids or tending to the garden, and the next, you remember hearing about someone you know dealing with the challenges of high blood pressure, the dizziness, the fatigue, the constant need to monitor things. Maybe even the worry about more serious complications down the road. It can cast a bit of a shadow, can't it? It's a painful reality for many of us as we get a little older. These health concerns start to take up more space in our minds. We want to stay active, independent, and vibrant, but sometimes it feels like our bodies are trying to slow us down. We try to eat right, maybe walk a little more, but sometimes those numbers on the blood pressure cuff just don't seem to budge. It can feel frustrating, even a little disheartening. But what if I told you there might be a surprisingly simple, almost ridiculously easy way to help bring those numbers down? A little secret involving something you might find right there in the snack aisle. In this video, we're going to talk about a tiny powerhouse of a food that, when eaten regularly, could make a significant difference in your blood pressure. And we'll also explore a couple of other surprisingly simple things you can do. Stick around, because what we're going to cover, especially that little food secret, might just surprise you. Let's dive right into that little powerhouse I mentioned. We're talking about Brazil nuts. Yes, those large, creamy nuts you sometimes see mixed in with other nuts. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Nuts for blood pressure. How can something so simple make a difference? And I wouldn't blame you for being a little skeptical. We often expect health solutions to be complicated, maybe involving prescriptions or drastic lifestyle overhauls. But sometimes, nature provides us with incredibly potent tools in the most unassuming packages. And Brazil nuts are exactly that. They are absolutely packed with a mineral called selenium. Now, selenium might not be a household name like calcium or vitamin C, but it is absolutely essential for our health, especially as we age. Think of selenium as one of your body's quiet champions, working behind the scenes to keep things running smoothly. One of its key roles is acting as a powerful antioxidant. What does that mean in simple terms? Well, our bodies are constantly dealing with something called oxidative stress, which is like rust building up in our cells. Antioxidants like selenium help to fight that rust, protecting our cells and tissues from damage. And guess what? This includes the delicate lining of our blood vessels. Healthy, flexible blood vessels are absolutely crucial for maintaining healthy blood pressure. If your blood vessels are stiff or damaged, it's much harder for blood to flow smoothly, and your heart has to work harder to pump it through, which drives your blood pressure up. Selenium helps protect those blood vessels, keeping them happy and healthy. But selenium does even more for blood pressure. It plays a role in something called nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide is like a natural relaxant for your blood vessels. It signals the tiny muscles in the walls of your vessels to loosen up, allowing them to widen a little. When your blood vessels are relaxed and slightly wider, blood flows through with less resistance, and that naturally lowers the pressure against the vessel walls. It's like opening up a narrow pipe just a tiny bit. The water flows through much more easily. Selenium helps ensure your body can produce enough of this vital nitric oxide. Now, here's the really amazing part. And this is where the eat two a day comes in. Brazil nuts are hands down the richest dietary source of selenium on the planet. You don't need a handful. You don't need a whole bag. Just 2 medium-sized Brazil nuts typically provide well over the recommended daily amount of selenium for adults. In fact, they provide so much that you actually don't want to eat too many more than that on a daily basis, because you can get too much selenium. Although that's quite rare from food alone, unless you're eating a huge amount of these nuts. But for the purpose of blood pressure support, 2 a day is the sweet spot. It's such a small, easy thing to incorporate into your routine. Isn't it? Just 2 nuts. You can have them with your breakfast, as a mid-morning snack, with your lunch, or even just before bed. Think about how simple that is. You don't need special equipment. You don't need to follow a complicated recipe. You just need 2 Brazil nuts. Where can you get them? Most grocery stores carry them, either in the nut aisle, the health food section, or sometimes in bulk bins. when you're buying them. Look for nuts that look plump and fresh, not shriveled or dry, because they are so rich in beneficial oils and nutrients. Brazil nuts can go rancid if not stored properly. The best way to keep them fresh and preserve that powerful selenium is to store them in an airtight container in your refrigerator. Some people even keep them in the freezer if they buy a larger quantity. This keeps those good oils stable and ensures you're getting the most benefit from each nut. How do you eat them? You can just pop them in your mouth and chew them. They have a lovely, rich, slightly creamy texture and a distinct, earthy flavor that some people absolutely love. If you find the taste a bit strong on its own, you can chop them up and sprinkle them over your yogurt, your oatmeal, or a salad. You could even blend a couple into a smoothie. The key is just to make sure you're consistently getting those 2 nuts into your day. Making it a routine is the best way to see results. Maybe you put your 2 nuts in a little dish next to your coffee cup each morning. Or maybe you keep a small baggie with your 2 daily nuts in your purse or pocket so you remember to have them during the day. It's important to remember that while Brazil nuts are powerful, they aren't a magic bullet that replaces healthy habits. If you're on blood pressure medication, absolutely do not stop taking it without talking to your doctor. Brazil nuts are a supportive food, a piece of the puzzle, not a standalone cure. But for many people, adding 2 Brazil nuts a day, combined with other simple strategies, can absolutely help move those blood pressure numbers in the right direction. We've seen people who were hovering just above the healthy range see their numbers start to normalize. We've heard from others who were already managing their blood pressure, who felt like adding the nuts just gave them that extra bit of support. The beauty is in its simplicity and the potent science behind it. It's a delicious way to give your body a boost of something it really needs for healthy blood vessel function. Now, beyond those wonderful nuts and their selenium power, there are a couple of other simple things that can make a world of difference when it comes to keeping your blood pressure happy and healthy as you get older. We've talked about nourishing your body with that specific mineral from Brazil nuts. But let's think about another mineral that's crucial for blood pressure balance, one that many of us don't get enough of: potassium. Potassium is like sodium's gentle counterpart in the body. Sodium tends to hold onto water, which can increase the volume of blood and therefore raise blood pressure. Potassium, on the other hand, helps your body get rid of excess sodium and also helps relax the walls of your blood vessels, much like nitric oxide does. It helps maintain a healthy fluid balance and keeps that pressure down. Now think of it this way: sodium is like holding your breath, and potassium is like a gentle exhale for your blood vessels. So, how do you get more potassium in your diet without making things complicated? The good news is that many delicious, everyday foods are rich in potassium. We often think of bananas. And yes, bananas are a good source, but they're not the only or even the best source. Sweet potatoes, for instance, are absolutely bursting with potassium. A medium sweet potato baked in its skin contains significantly more potassium than a banana. And they're so versatile you can bake them, mash them, roast them, or even turn them into simple fries. Another fantastic source is leafy green vegetables like spinach and kale. Adding a handful of spinach to your smoothie, sautéing some kale with garlic, or just having a side salad with your meal can make a real difference. Beans and lentils are also potassium powerhouses, and they're a great source of fiber and plant-based protein too. Adding a can of kidney beans to your chili, making a lentil soup, or having hummus as a snack are all easy ways to boost your potassium intake. Even fruits like oranges, apricots, and avocados are good sources. Eating a varied diet with lots of colorful fruits and vegetables, along with some beans and lentils, is the most enjoyable way to ensure you're getting enough potassium to help balance that sodium and support healthy blood pressure. It's not about obsessing over numbers or tracking every single milligram, but about making conscious choices to include more of these potassium-rich foods throughout your week. Maybe you swap your usual side dish for a baked sweet potato a few times a week. Or you make an effort to have a large salad with dinner. Or you start adding beans to your soups and stews. Small, consistent changes really add up over time. Beyond specific foods, let's talk about something even simpler. Something we all experience: and that's stress. You know how sometimes when you're feeling particularly stressed or anxious, you can almost feel your heart pounding a little harder. That's your body's natural response. And it includes a temporary spike in blood pressure. While these temporary spikes might not seem like a big deal, chronic stress, the kind that lingers day after day, can contribute to persistently high blood pressure. Our bodies release stress hormones like cortisol, which can narrow blood vessels and increase heart rate. Learning how to manage stress isn't just about feeling calmer. It's a genuine strategy for supporting your cardiovascular health. And again, managing stress doesn't have to be complicated or involve expensive retreats. Simple, everyday practices can make a huge difference. Even just taking a few moments each day to breathe deeply can help. When you feel tension building, or even just as a regular practice, find a quiet spot, sit comfortably, and focus on your breath. Inhale slowly through your nose, feeling your abdomen expand, and exhale slowly through your mouth, letting go of tension. Doing this for just 5 minutes can help lower your heart rate and blood pressure. Gentle movement is another incredible stress reliever and blood pressure helper. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights. A simple walk around the block, gardening, doing some light stretching, or even just dancing to your favorite music in your living room can help. Physical activity helps your body release endorphins, which are natural mood boosters and stress reducers. It also helps keep your blood vessels flexible and improve circulation over time, which directly benefits blood pressure. Aim for maybe 30 minutes of gentle activity most days of the week. It shouldn't feel like a chore. It should feel like something you enjoy. Walk with a friend, explore a local park, or find a gentle exercise class that you like. The key is consistency and finding activities that bring you some joy. So, we're talking about 3 simple, actionable strategies: those powerful Brazil nuts for selenium, focusing on potassium-rich foods to balance sodium, and incorporating simple stress management techniques like deep breathing and gentle movement. None of these on their own are a guaranteed fix for everyone. And it's always important to work with your doctor on managing your blood pressure. But when you combine these simple approaches, you create a powerful synergy that supports your body's natural ability to maintain healthy blood pressure. It's about giving your body the nutrients it needs and helping it manage the daily stresses of life. It's about empowering yourself with knowledge and taking small, manageable steps that can have a significant impact on your well-being. Think about the cumulative effect of these simple habits. 2 Brazil nuts a day, that's less than a minute of your time. Providing a potent dose of a key mineral for blood vessel health. Making conscious choices to include more sweet potatoes, spinach, or beans in your meals. That's simply adjusting what you're already eating. Taking a few minutes to breathe deeply or going for a short walk. That's adding moments of calm and movement to your day. None of these require massive sacrifices or drastic changes that are hard to stick with. They are small, sustainable steps that fit into a regular life. And these small changes, when done consistently, build up over time into meaningful improvements in your health and how you feel every day. Remember, it's never too late to start making positive changes for your health. Your body is remarkably resilient and responsive. By incorporating these simple strategies, you are actively supporting your cardiovascular system, reducing strain on your heart, and helping to keep your blood pressure in a healthier range. This isn't just about numbers on a cuff. It's about protecting your energy levels, reducing your risk of other health issues down the line, and most importantly, maintaining your quality of life so you can continue to do the things you love and spend time with the people you care about most, without feeling limited by health worries. Taking control of your health can sometimes feel overwhelming, especially with all the conflicting information out there. But focusing on these fundamental natural approaches, like harnessing the power of specific foods and simple stress reduction, can make it feel much more manageable. It's about nourishing your body and supporting its natural processes, rather than constantly battling against symptoms. And the feeling of knowing you are actively doing something positive for yourself. Something as simple as eating 2 nuts can be incredibly empowering. It shifts the focus from worrying about what might go wrong to celebrating the simple, proactive steps you can take right now to feel better and stay healthier for longer. If this has resonated with you, if you've been looking for simple, practical ways to support your blood pressure or just improve your overall well-being as you get older. I encourage you to give these ideas a try. Start with the Brazil nuts. They are probably the easiest first step. Get yourself a bag. Store them properly. And make a point of eating just 2 every day for a month and see how you feel. Then, gradually think about how you can add more potassium-rich foods into your meals. And find just 5 or 10 minutes a day for some deep breathing or a short walk. These aren't drastic changes, but their impact can be profound. Let me know in the comments below if you've tried Brazil nuts before, or if you're going to give these tips a shot. Your experiences can inspire others in this wonderful community. And if you found this video helpful and want more simple, actionable tips like this for living your best life at every age, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps others find this information. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos. Remember, taking small, consistent steps towards better health is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. You have the power to make a difference in how you feel every single day. Live your best life at every age,